y'all watch.
I'm cooler than the ice inside the hockey store. Cooler than the ice, I probably the city on the spin into the poppy store. I got 3 watching all the Rockies on. I put paint on it. Just gain on it. 1,000 on this hoodie, never got a stain on it. 1,000 on that, never got my name on it. Yeah, screen inside the seat and you go watch the game on it.
Down, I don't rest at all. Every festival, down, I don't mess with my pockets. Y'all new best and y'all watch. I don't rest at all. Every festival, down, I don't mess with my pockets. Y'all new best and y'all watch.
All right, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. With 2 Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Here's Tatum, 19-footer. Pass to Porzingis. Sinks that one from the post. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Here's Tatum. Right side, White. On the take. The 3, Porzingis. And it's Bane with the rebound. Right side, Morant. Out to the right wing. Now Jackson. Outside Bane. And stolen by Brown. All alone on the break. Ball's going up the court. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
The attention to detail on defense. Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks.
Oh, stolen by Morant. Outside Bane. Boston pulls it in. After 3 straight playoff appearances, the Grizzlies sadly missed the postseason in 2024.
You know, really by no fault of their own, B.A. Injuries ruined what fans were hoping would be a big year for them. You know, it just goes to show there's no safe bets in this league.
Love to see Derek White go right up with it off the catch. No doubt right there. Just get the jumper flowing.
First personal foul. First team foul.
A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. Out left to the wing. Jackson outside. Pass to Bane. And stolen by Holiday.
Really poor pass there, guys. And the D did a great job capitalizing off the mistake.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Celtics.
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
Kicks it out to Bane. Back to Morant. Jackson for 3. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. Outside, Brown. To the middle. It's tipped. White looking it over. And again, Boston with the triple.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Back to the team.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Now let's send it over to Allie LaForce, who was able to talk with Joe Mazzulla.
And we discussed his plan for John Morant. Coach smiled and said, I just told my guys to stay ready out there, ready for anything, because Morant can do so many surprising things. We just have to stay on our toes. Hopefully that flexible mindset helps the defense keep up with Morant's antics out there. PA.
Thanks for that, Allie. And it's Morant missing. And one thing that Morant has always been elite at, finding a seam in a defense and getting to the rim grab.
Yeah, any crack allows him to get inside. And as good as anyone at splitting a double, which he sees a lot of. So once inside, he can finish.
Oh, wow! Incredible!
I'll tell you, this guy is capable of some amazing finishes. Jason Tatum, my goodness.
Here's Morant. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now. Outside, Brown. A minute 22 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Tatum. Just 5 to shoot. And Brown with the stuff.
Boy, you get a real glimpse of the explosiveness of Jaylen Brown. What a big-time finish.
Timeout called. Memphis. There's a minute 12 left in the opening quarter. Pass to Aldama. Back to Morant. Outside Bane. Aldama outside. Back to Bane. And here's Aldama. 6 to shoot. Tries it from 19. And that one's good. Morant.
Opting for the quick shot there. Morant trying to outpace the defense.
White on the wing. Takes the 3. Can't get it to fall. Now 3 for 5 in this one.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back. Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Tatum with a screen. Here's Brown. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
You have to have the ability to force the defense to commit one way or the other. Jaylen Brown's aggressiveness does just that.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Grizzlies trail by 18. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
And stolen by Holiday. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
And early on, they've been on a tear, just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Derek White getting it done for the Boston Celtics, hitting 3 trays in the quarter. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a very convincing performance from the Celtics so far.
Well, they clearly came into this game focused on sharing the ball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
And you know, his team wants Jackson Jr. to keep taking these threes, knowing it'll help open up this offense even more.
Back to Pritchard. Elbow shot. And that one comes up a bit short.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Such a risky pass. Hopefully he thinks twice about attempting that again.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant, it seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, BA. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit. That's just perfect execution. Nice job hustling, and as a result, he gets rewarded with the bucket.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Craig on the wing. Puts the move on. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. And the expression, not enough touches to go around. Do the Celtics risk falling into that trap, Doris?
Well, first and foremost, BA, if that's a problem for you, it's a good one to have. I think the key here is with all the weapons available, you have to have some personal sacrifice. And to this point, this team has been willing to do that.
The three from Bain. And Craig pulls it down. Celtics lead by 16. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Grizzlies great Marc Gasol last season retiring from basketball. He embraced the city of Memphis. He said, quote, I think a player has to feel that it's their city and they have to fight for it. You play with a different mindset when you do that. To me, winning was the most important thing.
And they did a lot of winning, Allie. Jackson drawing the double team. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Pass to Hauser. Cornette sets a screen. Here's Pritchard. And stolen by Bain. Here's Wells. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Memphis shooting their initial free throws of the game here. Both teams will make substitutions. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And, of course, Boston winning 8 consecutive titles from 1959 to 1966. Doris, you think we'll ever see a streak like that again?
NBA, I think that's almost impossible in this day and age. With free agency, with more salary cap restrictions, it's just hard to win 2 in a row these days, let alone 8. My goodness. I love the Jason Tatum not settling for a jumper. He goes to the rim with authority.
All right, now a timeout called by Memphis. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Huff. Good, and the setup by Morant.
The way Morant sets up his teammates is as good as any guard in this league.
Holiday looking for an opening. Inside. Cuts off the pass. Here's Aldama. Boston with a rebound. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Pass to Porzingis. Soft touch off the glass. Porzingis has got 6.
I'll tell you, at 7'3", to have that kind of body control, Kristaps Porzingis makes it look easy.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. They trail by 18. Out to the wing. Here's Huff. No good on the 3. So it's Boston now. Left side, Porzingis. Porzingis sets a screen. Uncovered. Another one falls for Boston.
Now this is why they call him the unicorn. Porzingis off the catch, ready to rise and fire. That's 7'3", everybody.
Well, Doris, you watch Kristaps Porzingis at the defensive end. He changes a lot of shots.
There is no doubt, VA. It's 7'2". It isn't just simply about sending shots back. It's about changing the trajectory. But I think, as importantly, guys don't want to go in the lane because of his presence.
Here's Brown. Deflected. Pass to Huff. Outside Bain. And here's Morant. Tatum with some nice D.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over, so you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Outside White. Back to Brown.
Might be a good idea to run the clock. Hold it for the last shot.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
And Brown with the stuff.
Oh, what a perfect pass to set that up.
Hey, the feed might have been pretty, but the finish, that was angry. And so it's the Boston Celtics. A huge 24-point lead for them. They've done well to disrupt the opposition, playing inspired defense. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Morant looking for an opening. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
What confidence from Jackson there. Just taking it right at the defense and overpowering them.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Well, so much can be said about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s versatility, but I'd like to praise his team-first mindset. If the dirty work needs doing, he's got it, as long as it helps his team get the win.
Grizzlies trail by 21. Craig with a steal. Pass to Pritchard. Back to Craig. Now here's Horford. And Horford powers it home.
Well, what a pleasure to watch Al Horford go to work. Does all the right things, and that time gets an easy dunk.
Morant with it. Picked up by Craig. They swipe it. Pass to Pritchard. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Outside Morant. Hauser grabs the board.
It seemed like he changed his mind during the layup, tried to pull off another shot, and choked.
Stolen by Jackson.
Blocking foul called on Horford. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Timeout call. Memphis.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with the matchups?
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Pass to Edey. Now Bane. Right side Morant. Back to Bane. 6 on the shot clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot. And here's Morant outside. And again it's Memphis missing.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Outside Porzingis. Pass to Holiday. And he drives in. The kick to Tatum. Shoots. Again, the miss by Boston.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That was a missed opportunity.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. Outside Holiday. And Holiday powers it home.
And striking without warning. Holiday can be so sudden.
Outside Morant. Brown with the steal. On the wing, Holiday. Cleared away by Wells. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Desmond Bane. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Substitution number 7.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, John Morant is excited to be back on the court, and he's looking to lead this Grizzlies team back to the postseason. He said of the adversity, quote, "It made me better. I'm just grateful and thankful for the position I'm in." Brian, it's great to have him back in action.
Yeah, everyone loves a comeback story, Allie. Thanks. Pass to Aldama. Here's Edey. Fires for three. Connects from downtown. Edey's got 5.
You know, we talk all the time about how important it is to have bigs who can stretch the floor. An example there.
Outside Tatum. Right side Porzingis. Just 5 on the clock. The kick out to White. Lets it fly. Great D that time from Bane. Here's Aldama. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. They kick it out to Porzingis. Launches it. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. He's got 11.
When Porzingis is knocking down that three-point shot consistently, it opens up other aspects of his game.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Doris, even as he gets up there in age, Drew Holiday is still an elite defender.
And Brian, it's really remarkable how valuable a piece he is. They call him the Swiss Army knife because he is one of those rare individuals that can guard all 5 positions. He understands schemes. He's willing to mix things up. Drew Holiday is elite, period.
Here's Holiday. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson. And they get it back. Now here's Aldama. Up in time. And so it's the Boston Celtics ending the quarter with a 20-point edge. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. We'll be back in a moment. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Celtics lead by 20. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Horford. And here's Craig. Back to Horford. And Horford powers it home.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
Here's Pritchard. Again, the Celtics good for 2 more. All right, a look at how the hustle game has been going for Boston.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
Pass to Hauser. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
And Horford powers it home.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Here's Cornette. And the basket is good.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And the Grizzlies with possession here. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Jackson outside. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Horford draws the double. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Wells. And he lays it up and in.
Well, easy money, right? I like the strategy. Go inside. Get a high percentage look.
Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
And things are definitely working offensively. A balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
Outside Craig. Pass to Cornette. Shot clock at 5. Out to Horford. Lets it go from deep. And no good.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Poke loose. Craig with a steal.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
1:57 left in the fourth quarter. Fires from deep. Pritchard, no good. Here's Pippen. Count the basket. And it's the Celtics ball. They're on a 14-4 run. Here's Pritchard. Knocks down the long J.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Celtics.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And what a huge performance it was for Jason Tatum.
Well, unselfish basketball. His ability to create for others has been the story of this game.
Here's Morant. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Personal foul.
It's on Drew Holiday.
The boundless athleticism Morant has is really special. He's someone that is always in attack mode.
And Morant drops them both. Here's Holiday. And he lobs it up. It's intercepted. It's stolen by Tatum. There's the drive. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Because of his ability to elevate and make adjustments in air, Morant has no trouble scoring inside.
Tatum with it. Pass to Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Stolen by Bane. Right wing. Back to Morant. And there's a 3-second violation. They've got a commanding lead.
It just seems like everything is going their way.
Takes a step back. Now Tatum. So we see the Celtics taking the W here. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Allie.
But that's okay though, we fell in love the first day though. You flew me out to Barbados, can't post you, we gotta lay together, but you my bae though. I do whatever you say though, tryna pop out, I'm like, hey yo. We can't do that, gotta slide on the low. When we slide to the stove, locking eyes at the door, cause you ain't messing with no amateur and I ain't tryna handle you. But when I'm walking out, I'm always checking for the camera. Cause paparazzi, they be taking them flicks. Cameras watching, I be making them sick. Walk with caution, so I'm making it quick. You out too often and you stay in the mist. When you popping it too often, that's the hate you can get. Now they saying they don't like me, how you hate from the bench. I'm the one that trend the topic, they replaying my hits. My face is legit, ain't score, but I'ma make this assist.
Hey. I'm that same old body with the steez. In a baked outfit, got a shark on the hood of my top and the ape on my tee. Been a minute since I linked with the bro, said link up soon, let's talk over tea. These days it's all about flex and talk, but bro, I'm trying to make this P. I got a text from the bro in Cali telling me sit tight, gonna make me a beat. In a guy for the stylish babe on a stylish date, trying to make me a treat. She tryna talk about rovers, it's over, I'm tryna bag this dream. 2 sets, let me take this call, gotta ski real soon, tryna pattern this G. It's been OT nights, bit far from the den, tryna get big checks and the cash flow steep. A couple boys on the block, man, I've been lapping on locals and socials, man's looking all hot. Tell the youth to stay off the violence and make peace, don't worry about. I'm just keeping it real, man, you know my dough, trust me, big words to my pops. In the yard at the end with the broski, man, you know me, I'm taking. Don't talk like you know my thing when you're around my I send you to the shops. My bro just came uptown with the latest trends and a few odd cops. In a vintage whip, just gliding, stay sliding in a coupe drop top. Hey, baby girl, I got Tino Tetley. Wait, tell me why you never come check me. You tell me that I'm way too spendy. Wait, babes, I'm just too flexy. I got eyes on my chest, that's Fendi. Get to a high class. I'm still in a tech fleece. My bro got a coupe, that's a Bentley. Money come nice, get plenty. Got a foreign little baddie in the crew with the face caked up, but you know that's. Took a snap in the E-class crew, now she tryna ask keys, picking up in the Benzie. Come off that flex, man, I'm not tryna flirt, man, you know I'm just friendly. These times, man, I might rather lose on the way to a crib, so she know I step pricey. Her old man left like a weirdo, I'm hero, man, he ain't nothing like me. Can't force my flex at the function, do it nicely, be subtle, man, lightly. Got my game back in like 010, but man, YGs, I'm in love with the 90s. Don't show me no stripes, my bro, man, that's not like me, only step in the Nikes. True say my bro got a check, but I said lie with, man, just spend that wisely. Don't flex your checks on Snapchat or IG, don't do it on IG. Lie, bro, yeah, don't do it on IG.
I don't trust a soul, I don't trust nobody. Do it for some, I don't trust my own body. You would take a shot and you took her to Chrome Palace. It only took me one car, got a just this, my boyfriend put me for a show. I'm rocking white and gold, they look like I got ties. Why they coming in and out and never.
Brian Anderson here, joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. Tip-off goes to the Celtics. Tatum with it. Jackson in his pocket. It's Brown on the wing. Porzingis sets a screen. And Brown with the stuff.
And that's good decision-making by Brown in the pick and roll. He'll make the right read more often than not.
I got him.
And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant, not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Now here's Tatum. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Edey. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla, and we discussed his plan for John Morant. Coach smiled and said, I just told my guys to stay ready out there, ready for anything, because Morant can do so many surprising things. We just have to stay on our toes. Hopefully that flexible mindset helps the defense keep up with Morant's antics out there. B.A.
Allie, thank you. Now here's Jackson. Here's Morant. And he can't get that one. Ooh, good work defensively by Holiday. With the drive. And he lobs it up top. Here's Tatum. Ja Morant grabs the miss.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
First quarter and about a minute and a half in. Up top, Bane. Pass to Jackson. Out of bounds as Memphis keeps possession.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Shot clock at 5. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. Chance at a three-point opportunity here. One free throw coming up. Well, if you went into the lab and created the perfect wing, it might be Desmond Bane, Coach.
Well, Brian, this guy's so strong. He can guard bigger guys, and his three-point numbers are crazy. Desmond Bane well over a 40% three-point shooter for his career.
Now here's White. Driving in. Porzingis for 3. And it's Bane with the rebound. And so Jackson Jr. will bring it up for the Grizzlies. Here's Morant. Hauled in by Brown.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Here's Holiday. And Holiday powers it home.
I mean, what an athletic play for Holiday. Showing up the defense with a jam.
Here's Morant. That one falls.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Oh, there's the alley. And the jam by Brown.
A big athletic finish by Brown. Polishing off the lob pass with authority.
And the Grizzlies call time here.
Checking in for the Grizzlies. Number 7.
And it's Morant with the ball for Memphis. They trail by 1. Jackson outside. Pass to Edey. The 3 is up. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson.
Strong anticipation from Jackson on the dish. Coaches love to see that out of their big man.
Stan, you look at the Celtics, as high-powered as they come offensively.
No question, Brian. They can space the floor at every position, and any one of their starters is able to give you 20 on a given night.
Man, good whistle there.
It's his first trip to the line.
There are so many different roles Jaylen Brown can take on for his team.
To the middle. Jackson, right side. Outside Bane. And stolen by Holiday. Now the Celtics on the move. And that one's good. Porzingis.
And Holiday takes this responsibility seriously. When someone is open on his squad, he gets it to them.
Aldama outside. Edey for three. Boston pulls it in.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Now Tatum. No points so far. .102 left to play in the first. Inside. Here's Edey. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
The first one falls. Recently, player health has been the big talking point around the Memphis Grizzlies stand.
Yeah, B.A., look, and it's really a shame to have such a talented, dynamic team have to deal with all those constant what-ifs and have their seasons so affected by things outside of their control. It's tough.
Now here's Aldama. And again, it's Memphis missing. Outside Porzingis. Pass to White. Takes the three. Connects from downtown. 20 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Morant. And yep, it's good.
I mean, just an agile move by Morant down low. Working around the contact and getting it to go.
Right wing. With one on the clock. And the shot falls short that time. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Boston out in front. They're up by 3.
The Grizzlies, 11.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Boston.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
Celtics lead by 3. Cornette sets a screen. Out to Craig. Back to Pritchard. Here's the three. Knocks it down from distance. Pritchard's gotten himself on the board with a three there.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Jackson outside. Got a hand on it. Here's Craig. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Oh, deflected. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Brian, it's great hearing Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to bring basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast, so the game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Brian.
No question. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there. Here's Pritchard. Down low.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
Horford with a steal. Pass to Hauser. Back to Craig. Cornette sets a screen. Craig inside. And the foul on Jaren Jackson. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter.
Substitution. Well, Desmond Bain.
Here's Pritchard. No good on the triple. Grizzlies trail by 6. Pass to Huff. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Celtics. And how about Jaren Jackson Jr., another second-generation player that we have here in the NBA?
Yeah, Brian, and his dad was a winner at every level. He was a high school champion, had the #1 team in college, and of course was part of a championship team with the Spurs.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized, defense pays. Doubled by Jackson. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball.
Pass to Hauser. From deep. Memphis with a rebound. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Huff. Horford with the block.
The great positioning, the 7'1" wingspan. That combination makes Horford a dangerous shot blocker.
Here's Pritchard. Here's Cornette. And the layup falls. Cornette's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Pass to Hauser. From behind the arc. The offensive rebound. Let's go with a three. He drains that one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Both teams will make substitutions. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And one thing you can say about the Memphis Grizzlies, they are disruptive defensively, Stan.
Yeah, Brian. They've been in the top 5 in the league in steals, blocks, turnovers forced over the last few years. And let's face it, they're aggressive offensively as well. This team attacks at both ends of the court.
What a move by Tatum. When he's pulling these off, he's impossible to defend.
And it's Edey missing. And Tatum's got the ball here for Boston. White for 3. The rebound by Edey. Grizzlies trail by 10. Jackson with it. Porzingis picks him up defensively. Pass to Wells. And stolen by Holiday. Outside Porzingis. The kick to Tatum. Fires the 3. Jason Tatum! He's a sharpshooter!
You know, this team relies on Tatum hitting those shots, and that's why he's such a high-volume three-point shooter.
Outside Morant. Lets the 3 fly. And they'll get another chance. Tries again. And Porzingis with the block.
Great play by Porzingis. Love seeing the zinger engaged on D.
Oh, nice shot by Brown.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And so that's the end of the first half. Boston out in front, up by 15. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. You know, Coach, when you watch Ja Morant play, it's hard to think of anyone else as explosive as he is.
Yeah, Brian, he can make a defender look like he's standing still. The burst that Morant has with his first step is unrivaled. Probably the best burst in the entire league.
It truly is a human highlight reel in this modern day. Pass to Wells. Here's Edey. Morant with it. Yes, sir! Ja can throw it down.
Oh, the vertical of Morant is simply incredible. I mean, he's fantastic at using it to his advantage on the inside.
It's White with the drive. And finished off by Tatum.
Well, they expect this from him, and he's a big reason they're out in front right now.
Pass to Edey. And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul. Timeout called, the Grizzlies. And, Coach, you look at Derek White, maybe not the biggest name, but he is a winning player.
Yeah, Brian, he's one of the most underrated players in the league. He's got a great feel for the game at both ends of the court. He is tremendously solid across the board.
Celtics on D. A 17-point lead, their biggest. To the inside. Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Oh, wait. Big finish. Big time. And man, did they need that.
You can tell he's trying to get him going with that dunk.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian, last season, Jason Tatum surpassed 10,000 career points. He said, it sounds crazy. I always think about when I was a kid growing up with my mom and saying I wanted to be in the NBA. I may have thought I would be one of the best players, but to actually do it is a surreal feeling. Brian, he's being honest.
Yeah, dreams do come true, Allie. Thank you. Just 4 to shoot. Oh, and a dunk by Brown.
Well, check out Brown getting flashy. That'll get him fired up.
Holiday grabs the miss.
You love to see guys challenge one another like that. Advantage to the defense that time.
And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting.
And Morant gets it to go. Morant's got 12 points in the game. And we all know about Stan the analyst and Stan the coach. But when you played in college, what was your game like, Stan?
Hey, Brian, I had the game that would get you beat as a coach. I will say my greatest strength was this. I was never once accused of overpassing.
The black hole. That is Stan Van Gundy. .151 left to play in the third quarter here. White on the wing. Kick out to Brown. No good on the three. Grizzlies trail by 17. Outside Bane. White with a steal. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. And finished off by Tatum.
What a pass and what a slam. Tatum finishing off a... pretty alley-oop.
Timeout call. Memphis. A minute 22 left in the third quarter. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Well, Coach, one of the more electric players in the NBA, Ja Morant.
Yeah, that's for sure, Brian. High-flying, acrobatic at the rim, just a supreme athlete, and he is without a doubt one of the most exciting players this league has to offer.
And so Morant will bring it up for the Grizzlies. Jackson outside. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Craig. .55 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Outside Morant. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
The boundless athleticism Morant has is really special. He's someone that is always in attack mode.
Stan, certain NBA teams take on the identity of their home. Like the Grizzlies, for example. They call Memphis Grind City.
Well, Brian, I think it's a perfect fit. Hard-working people in a hard-working city, and they want a hard-working team.
Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Celtics lead by 20.
And those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Morant with the bucket.
Once Ja Morant gets rolling, there is no stopping him. Ja is feeling it tonight.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Horford can't hit.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
Pass to Edey. Launches it from deep. Boston with a rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Screen by Horford. Got it off in time. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Boston. A sizable 18-point lead at the end of the period.
32.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Celtics lead by 18. Tatum looking it over. And he drives in. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
And what a drive by Tatum. Striking suddenly and slamming it in before the defense can get in his way.
Here's Pippen. Pass to Wells. 6 to shoot. And Porzingis with the block. And here's Brown. Throws it up high. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
And it's in there.
Well, it doesn't get any easier than this. They'll take these shots every time.
Fires for 3. Aldama grabs the board. Grizzlies trail by 20. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Holiday. And Brown with the stuff.
Woo-hoo, just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Grizzlies substitution, number 45, GG.
Pass to Wells. There's the 3. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Celtics lead by 22. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Wells. Boston pulls it in. Pass to White. Kick out to Brown. Holiday from long range. Knocks down the long J.
With balance and good rhythm, Holiday serves as an effective catch-and-shoot player.
Morant drawing the double team.
Celtics foul. Drew Holiday. 3rd personal foul. 1st team foul.
That one's off. Some changes for Boston.
Ja Morant taking 2 shots.
Good on the second one. They've got a commanding lead.
It just seems like everything is going their way.
Back to Cornette. Pass to Horford. 5 to shoot. Here's Hauser. And again, Boston with the triple.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
That free throw, no good.
The line for the Grizzlies. Edey taking 2 shots.
And the second free throw is good. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Here's Pritchard. Cornette sets a screen. From 18 feet away. And the Celtics tack on 2 more.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
And it's Morant missing. The Celtics on offense. They're on a 15-4 run. Pass to Cornette. .141 left in the final quarter. Pritchard, no good.
I have no clue why he pulled up from there. At this point in the game, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, all right. That'd be an automatic benching if I was coaching. What was that?
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Celtics.
You love how they push the ball at every opportunity.
Yeah, they really dictated the pace, and it really paid off.
And while there were some guys out there that played well, what really stood out was the production for Drew Holiday.
He had a surplus of energy tonight, providing defensive help all over the floor and making it seem like they had 6 guys out there instead of 5.
Pass to Pritchard. And there's the lob. Out of bounds. It'll be Grizzlies ball.
Unforced turnovers. They'll drive your coach insane.
And so it's Memphis with it. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
44 seconds left in the fourth. To the paint. And the jam by Brown.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Kicks it out to Jackson. Back to Morant. Launches it. Pass to Wells. From outside the arc. Now Bain. Jackson left side. Just 5 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot to win the drought. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
And that about wraps it up for Grant Hill. Stand.
Do what I could,